Prognosticators and YouTubers. MJ here. Hey, guess what? It's our next episode. In this episode, we are going to swap the roof from this car. And we're going to graft it onto this one. So, let's get started. Maybe. Yeah, we will. Okay. I think we got everything we need. I'm going to start by removing this one. I had planned it out. These A-pillars are coming off of here. And if you see, there is the door line, but it's a flash, misplaced mold. So, that's where we're going to cut it. I'm going to cut it right before it, just a tad bit. We're going to try to go flush, straight up and down. Like so. Should have his camera on top, huh? I think it worked better. Make sure you hold that straight up and down. You know what? I think I will, because I don't think you guys are going to see much. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just did not want to work that other way. Well, it's kind of a tricky setup here, so. So, what do? Alright, I'm going to go to this side, do the same thing. Go slow at the start of it. Careful, these bodies are very fragile. Been around a while. Okay, now is the tricky part. Now that one's broken, might as well just take it off. You have to keep it straight with this upper piece here. So pay attention to what you're doing in your cuts. If you cut upward, that's fine. You can sand it back down. Otherwise, if you cut down, you're going to have to fill it. Trying to create less work here, And since I don't have the glass for this is for a friend of mine. I decided, I elected to cut where I had mentioned there before, right above the door line. So that'll give us a guide to put it back in. Really old plastic though, it's brittle. Just go slow. There we go. That is one nice straight cut. Might have to file a little here. Looks like it went uphill just a tad there, but that's fine. Now, it's a little harder cutting this way, but we'll try to keep an eye on what we're doing. I'm going to hold it at an angle here. Hopefully that'll help. Pay attention to where your cuts are, because you can actually see the plastic burr up. Also, with this being brittle, you got to cut on an angle here, because you really don't want to break the body. Now, I'll probably save this A-pillar, because it's actually in really nice shape. But when I'm grafting the roof on, I'm going to do the whole thing. Makes it a lot easier. Less work. A lot easier. Okay. Just about there. There's another perfectly, that one is straight. That one's good. We'll go in and sand a little bit, but see, I saved me a piece here. In fact, I am going to put it away in the bin right now. So I have it. Oops, can't put it in that one. Yeah, I can put it in that one. I'll go ahead and save part of this one too, what's left of it. We'll throw that in there too. That's all. Okay. Now I didn't cut the back part out, so they kind of, you can see, slightly cut on an angle. So that's going to require some fill, which is alright. But our main concern is our lines here, because you want this to go right back into place. You really do. Better put some Pro Weld on it. I didn't see that was broken. But let me grab my paper here, or my foam boards, and do a little work on that one. I'll put some Pro Weld on that after a bit. Patience is the key. Yeah, I probably could have went in there with the X-Acto blade and really trimmed it up, but you risk it digging too deep, but I have to on this little bit here. Make sure the corner's nice and true. Use the back side of the blade. It'll clean up the flashing on the edge. And it won't dig in as much. Let's go ahead and do this side. Because if you use the other end, yeah, you guessed it. Alrighty. I guess we need to, I need to cut this out over here, so just because I gotta fine tune it, but and although I really should sand this down because it does fit in a pocket there, which is fine. Go by the body marks, you know, the injection lines. One's right there, I got one right here, and that's right at the beginning of the drip rail, so we know that that's going to slip right there. What we can do is can always put a piece in there and re-straighten it, but it's got some gouges in it, so somebody must have used a razor saw to cut it out. That's how come they got the curve in it. So that'll work. Because normally what I'd do is I just cut this just straight down. But I really don't want to save the whole back piece here because, well, I suppose I could, but actually this trunk's in better shape on this one, but you're just asking for a lot of trouble though, doing that. It's a lot more cuts and a lot more angles, so you're trying to do this the easiest way you can. So, more than likely I'll cut the trunks out because this has got some weld marks. But I'll do that after I get the roof put on. Because actually this trunk's in nice shape. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alrighty. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get the Dremel up for this one, but we'll go ahead and make our cuts. I'm going to cut it a little longer. Just a little bit. Try to anyway. I don't think it'll let me. Because the cowl's missing and it's pretty weak. I don't want to break. I don't want to break none of that. So, we'll go ahead and hook the Dremel up. Do some careful cuts with it and go from there. So, bear with me for a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut down in here. I'm using the inside trim as a guide. As you can see, I stepped up a couple times to keep the cut going. Easy pressure, guys and gals. As soon as I cut this, I'll get on the back there and see how I want to address that. Okay. Yep, that one's through. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and take this back up. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is just cut it straight down each side. I'm going to do the harder side first because of the angle. Now, I know I had to go quite a ways in that one, but that's alright. Okay, now let's go ahead and I'm going to put a slice right in the back.